There are 10 specific differences that specifically protect the builder intentionally. Hi, and welcome to the Builder Registration Industry Update on the 14th of November 2022. We had a really big week at Builder Registration. We got a whole 8 new licenses, 7 DBUs and 1 demolition license. So a huge congratulations to John Shenouda, Jake Truefeldt, Shaun Spencer, Harry Wagstaff, Meng Heng, Paul Mina, Jesse Mirabile, and my mate Angelo Pascuzzi, who got his demolition license. So congratulations and thank you for choosing Builder Registration as your industry partner. Today, we want to put a spotlight on the RBN building contract. We believe that this is the best contract on the market. Now, we do have the paper-based version. The electronic copy is actually coming out in February next year, so we're really excited about that. There are 10 specific differences that specifically protect the builder intentionally. So when you're looking at any other building contract that's on the market, it's always geared towards the consumer. With this contract, there are 10 specific differences that protect the builder. Now, I want to talk about that because I want to give you one really amazing case study. Now, anyone that's ever built a house, what they generally do is they go to an architect. So an architect will then design the plans, and they will then source the engineering, and then the builder comes on and inherits these documents and then has to build. So I always talk about this triangle. So the triangle, at the top of the triangle is the architect, this side of the triangle is the engineer, and on this side is the carpenter. So, and in the middle of the triangle is the builder. So the architect designs the plans, the engineer does the drawings, and the carpenter builds it. Now, as anyone that's ever worked in construction knows, is that the carpenter and the architect and engineer is where your biggest points of conflict come up. They never seem to agree. And if you worked on 5 jobs, I guarantee you at least one of them will have issues with the drawings, whether it's incompetence on one of those parts or just a simple miscommunication or misunderstanding between those 3 parties. So again, architect, engineer, and carpenter. And if anything goes wrong between these 3 parties, the builder is always at fault. And that is one of the biggest issues that our builders face out there in the market. So again, architect, engineer, carpenter. Now, in the example of the RBN contract, this is the only contract on the market that does this. It's quite amazing. If the architect has actually made an error and designed something that cannot be built, if you built with any other contract on the market, the builder, you the builder, are at fault. With the RBN contract, the pressure and the stress and the reliability actually goes back to the client, because the client sourced the architect, the builder didn't. So if you built with the HIA or master builder contract, you would be at fault. If you had actually done that in that example with the RBN contract, you would actually be protected. On previous weekly updates, we've spoken about the importance of website design. Today we want to talk about, because before you get the website, you have to get your logo done. Now, when you're talking about your logo design, very often you're sourcing one artist and you're working with that artist to get the right design. But if the artist doesn't work out to be the right artist for you, you've already paid your deposit and you're sort of stuck with them. At RBN, we have a really interesting way of going about the branding, and it puts a lot more control on your side. So instead of paying an amount of money to an artist, what you do is you pay a deposit, and we have over 50 artists actually bid for your work. Now, not all 50 get paid. They'll bid for your work by submitting different designs and concepts for you to proofread and narrow down to your favorite 3. The final 3 will then put their final designs together, submit them to you in a contest format, and then you will pick the winning artist, and the winning artist gets paid. It's a great way to make sure that you're in control and get full value for your investment and get the right logo for you. Thanks for joining us on another weekly industry update. We're already halfway through November. It is the absolute silly season in construction. I think every year it gets even busier. We want to put a final call out. Our last course of the year is on the 23rd of November. It's a Zoom class. It will run for 12 weeks with 2 weeks off over the Christmas period. So if you're still interested in starting your license this year, this is your last opportunity. Reach out and let us know. Otherwise, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.